whether your shots falling or not, like, whatever the game is calling for, especially it seemed like in game 2, you did all the things necessary to help your team win the game.
Yeah, I mean, around this time, it's all about winning, impacting winning, making winning plays, making winning efforts. Obviously, for me, buckets aren't coming as they have been all year, but it's just about staying confident, riding the waves of the ups and downs of it, trusting my work, and just continue to take the shots that are open. Every shot that I've taken in this series have been shots I've made all year. Just not going in, but I have unwavering confidence in myself. My teammates, the coaching staff does throughout the course of the first 2 games. They've kept telling me to be aggressive and look for my spots, look for my shots. And, late in the game, in game 2, I was able to convert on some of those shots that late in the game when we needed them. And that's what matters most. It's just continuing to believe in myself and find ways to be effective.
You mentioned your teammates. How big has that been? Because Kawhi and James both, after the game, said that they have the utmost confidence in you to take those big shots that you made down the stretch in the fourth quarter. I mean, how helpful is it knowing that the 2 stars of the team trust you to make those plays?
Really helpful. It just shows that they trust the work, they trust in my abilities as a player, as a teammate. Like I said, around this time, you need that. You need the confidence in your 2-star players, you need the confidence in the supporting cast and the role players, to go out there and execute and win. It's a team game. Those guys are going to do what they have to do to put us in position, but it's everybody stepping up and making plays throughout the course of the series, throughout the course of a 48-minute game that's going to dig out wins. Not just going to be one guy, but everybody around here knows the amount I put into this game each and every day, whether it's a good game, bad game. I'm in here the next day putting in the work, getting better, watching film, and seeing how I can be the best version of myself for this team. So it means a lot.
You've obviously come a long way since 2019, but how much does that experience help in moments like this, knowing that you've been through it, you're a champion, and you have an experience?
Yeah, I mean, experience is everything. I know the ups and downs of it. I know what series looks like. I know what media looks like when it comes to the playoffs. Losing 1 game, not playing well, or losing 2 games and not playing well, and feeling like you can be better. But it's all blocking that out and coming in here and focusing on how we can improve individually and as a team in this time of the year. Everybody's going to be saying something, but that doesn't matter. All that matters is the guys that's stepping on this floor with you to go out there and compete. Every game's going to be different. Just because you beat a team by a lot, you see the Laker game. Timberwolves come out and beat them by 20 plus, and they come back and they lose by 9. Every game is different. You don't hang your head based off 1 game. You don't get too happy off 1 game. You got to ride the wave until you win the 4 games to complete the series, and that's what I'm doing, and that's what this team is focused on.
Well, I know you guys are obviously very routine oriented. This series is a little weird with a 1 p.m. start, 2 night starts, and a 3 p.m. start. Like, does it not having a shoot around or anything like, does that kind of affect how you approach a game? Maybe have to get going a little early. How does that kind of change the early start time?
I mean, it just changes if I'm going to be able to get on the court before a game or not. But other than that, everything remains the same. I'm not really focused on when the game starts. It's just being ready for tip-off. And I don't think anybody's worried about when the game is. You give us the time, and we're going to be ready to go out there and play and compete. But for me, my routine is just not being able to get on the floor in the morning before games when it's an early started game. I'll probably get extra work in the night before or the day before, but that's the only difference between my routine.
What's the key to you getting that interior pass when you drive, touch the paint? You got to find a way to get the ball to you somehow.
It's just reading the weak side. If Jokic or whoever that low man is going to step up when I'm penetrating the paint. Relocating and seeing where that crackdown guy is coming for to take away that interior pass. If he's not there, it's a pass to Zoo. If he's there, it's a kick out to the corner. But my focus is trying to get into the paint and create plays.
Has Zoo helped you out in ways to make sure that pass gets complete?
Yeah, we've been talking. I tell him, when I get to the paint and they step up, just be worried about the guy coming down. To take away that interior pass and making sure he seals them off. It's been a back and forth dialogue and making sure we get those plays completed. And we're able to do that for an and one late in game. But we've been talking about that play all year long because of how much I get into the paint and put pressure on the rim.
Has anything in this series through 2 games surprised you at all? Whether it's what they've done, how they've reacted to things, anything like that?
No, I don't think anything's surprising. I think, it's 2 top teams, 2 talented teams battling it out. Adjustments are going to be made. We try to, change things up offensively and how we were doing in game 1. Game 2, they try to change up how they're doing things defensively. with how we attacked them in game 1. So it's just reading the game. It's a chess game out there. You know, thinking strategies, thinking how you can manipulate the offense and defense. I think this is probably the best basketball series in terms of how the game is played, the guys that are on there, and the efficiency of basketball.
You mentioned this is the best basketball series. Does this feel like a first-round series to you because of that?
No, it honestly feels a little deeper in the playoffs. Just, you know, like I said, 2 top teams battling it out. And with the talent and the star level that you have on the floor, you know, it definitely has more intensity to it in previous round 1 series that I've played in the past. It feels like, you know, it could be a good matchup for like a Western Conference Finals type series.
Appreciate it, Norm.
Thank you, Norm.
Let's get ready for HoopJab.